So in this video I'm going to show you how to add your ribbon to your cracker to make it into a bauble or a tree decoration. So the first thing you need to do is take your ribbon, fold it in half and cut. Put one half to one side, and with the other half we should have a length that will fit the cracker. So the first thing I'm going to do is to thread the button on. Now I use a button so that it doesn't pull through. I often remember the old glass baubles when I was a child, and you'd go to hang it on the tree and the thread would pull out. And then you'd have to wait until your mum mended it, and it would get boring. So I don't like the thread to pull through. So we're going to put a button on, and I know I was rambling and didn't show you. So basically what I'm using is a tool here. It's a thread puller, and I can put a link for that below if you wish. But if you've got a needle or a very thin crochet hook, you could push the ribbon through. But this has got a little tiny hook, so it helps to just grab the ribbon like so. I don't know if you can see that. Oops, it grabs the ribbon. Maybe you can't see it, and pull it through. Now we want to have it so that we can have a button each end, and on some buttons it doesn't matter which way round you have them, others it does. So you just need to look at that, because you're going to sit it at each end of the cracker. So once you've got that through, we just need to put a small knot at the end to hold it together. And push it as far to the end as you can, and pull it tight. There we go. Now we are going to use the glue gun, or if you haven't got access to a glue gun, you want a sticky tacky glue. I use Yoo-hoo if I can't use my glue gun, because it dries fairly quickly. You do have to hold it, but it dries within 10 minutes. Something like, what do you call it, PVA is too watery. It won't dry, it just sink into your paper. So take off your paper clips on both halves of your cracker, or whatever bauble shape you're doing. There are different shapes. There's an angel, a cracker, a tree, a round diamond and a tall diamond in this series, and adding the ribbon is the same on all of them except the angel, and there's a separate video for that one. So now what we're going to do is to have the writing looking as if we're going to read it, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of glue, push the glue gun through, a little tiny bit of glue on the base and a little bit along the centre of the spine. And then I'm going to take the button, am I still in camera? Yes. And then pull it up, making sure that the knot is within that space, not showing at the top. And very carefully just push that into the glue so you don't burn your fingers. And now we're going to put the other half of the glue gun together. To do this, move the ribbon out of the way, I'm just going to put a little bit of glue across in a little zigzag shape, and then marry the two together, lining up your shape so you don't have any big steps on the two halves. I've got one. Let's just pull that across a little. There we go. And then push it together and hold it for a few seconds to dry. Now this button at the top, we're going to push down onto the cracker like so, and just put a tiny, you only need a tiny tiny bit of glue just to hold the button in place. And line it up there. Okay, so now at both ends you've got a button with ribbon going through, and that will stop the ribbon pulling out when you try and hang it on the tree. And then all you need to do now is find your embellishment, decide where you want to put it. I think we'll pop it there. Just have a tiny bit of glue. I always add the glue to the book because your buttons and embellishments are a bit on the small side and you're likely to burn your fingers. So by adding it to the book, you're not touching the glue. And there's your cracker bauble.